Well, Jonathan and Allison, what the sheriff just told us is that they're searching for multiple suspects in connection to the deadly stabbing here at the Ashburn Meadows apartment. What they're saying right now is that they found the victims behind the apartments in some wooded area with acquaintances. This incident happened. They were with acquaintances, rather, when things took a turn.
One of the males who was injured ran out of the woods, out, past where the creek is, ran towards the apartment complex, ran up a flight of stairs. A woman came out of her door, noticed that he was stabbed, called 911.
It's surprising. I mean, this is a very quiet, very friendly neighborhood. So coming to see all this is actually a shock.
Deputies responded around 6:15 after a neighbor called for help for the first victim that was found at the Ashburn Meadows apartment. Authorities say they noticed the second victim while investigating. He was lying face down in a creek. Sheriff Mike Chapman believes they were attacked by suspects that they knew. Their names have not been released, and at this time it's unclear if they were residents.
It's preliminary. It's kind of too early to tell, but there are indications that it may be gang related.
The victim who survived is at Fairfax Hospital. Police say he is in stable condition. At this time, authorities are asking people in this area to use caution, and if anyone has any information, to contact them so that they can make an arrest. Live in Ashburn, Annalisa Gale, ABC 7 News.
All right, Annalisa, thank you. And now this just into the ABC 7 newsroom. The reward is growing for information in a terrifying sex assault in Stafford. Police say it began Sunday with a fender bender. But when a woman pulled over, police say the suspect dragged her out of her car and attacked her. Investigators say they are following up on about 100 tips after they released this sketch here that you see of the suspect. Now they are increasing the reward to $2,500.
Well, right now, a body has been found on the South Carolina property where a woman was held prisoner. Kayla Brown was held captive for months. She was found chained inside of a storage container. Now, the owner of the property was in court today to answer to charges of kidnapping. The human remains found today have not yet been identified, but Brown says she saw the suspect shoot her boyfriend to death. The suspect we're talking about is a guy named Todd Coleb. He hasn't entered a plea as of yet. He was reportedly, though, convicted as a teenager of kidnapping and rape. Investigators are still searching his property.
We are also following a developing story from New York City tonight where one police sergeant is dead. Another is hurt following a shooting there. The officers had responded to a call for a domestic incident. Police say the suspect took off, crashed his car, and then began shooting at police. Sergeant Paul Tuazzolo, a 19-year veteran, was killed. The suspect was killed in the shootout.
Well, this was the scene in Baltimore Tuesday. 6 people were killed, 10 hurt when a school bus slammed into an MTA bus. So now we're getting new information about the man behind the wheel of that school bus who is among the dead. Tonight, his wife says that Glenn Chappelle was on anti-seizure medication. The 67-year-old's commercial driving privilege is actually revoked 2 months ago. That's after he failed to submit a health certificate. State documents also expose Chappelle's checkered driving record, which includes speeding tickets, crashes, even a lawsuit in which the victim was demanding tens of thousands of dollars.
A Rolling Stone reporter guilty of defamation in a notorious and controversial case. This all pertains to that 2014 article about a brutal gang rape at the University of Virginia. Turns out that attack never happened. Well, today, the magazine and its writer were found guilty of defaming the school's associate dean. The case took 20 hours of deliberation. The damages still being assessed.
And just within the last half hour or so, we have a frost advisory for parts of the area. It includes Prince William, Stafford, Southern Fauquier, Madison, and Orange counties. Come early tomorrow morning. It does not include the district or Southern Maryland. What it means, if you have any sensitive plants, any house plants that are outside on the front porch, you're going to want to bring them indoors. Once again, south of D.C., Prince William and Stafford counties. Now, the farmers market forecast for tomorrow looks pretty nice. It's going to start off on the cool side, but temperatures will rebound into the middle 50s by 11 o'clock in the morning. Talking about the rest of the weekend and what to expect come Election Day coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Steve, thanks. We'll see you then. A pre-election terror threat against 3 states, and one of them is Virginia. It's an unspecified threat of attack by al-Qaeda militants around Election Day. That's all they know. Federal officials have warned authorities in New York, Texas, and Virginia. An FBI official told ABC7 that the counterterrorism and homeland security communities remain vigilant and ready to defend against attacks here at home. The terror threat tends to increase the number of threats before major events and holidays. So a warning before Election Day, they say, is not unusual.
Well, lots of us are counting down to next Tuesday, but thousands have already cast their vote. In fact, early voting ended tonight in Washington, D.C., but not before some long lines in the final hours. Tom Rousey was out among the crowds tonight, and you've got some pretty staggering numbers to tell us about, Tom.
And I just got updated numbers from the D.C. Board of Elections, got them in my hand right here. More than 101,000 people voted early in D.C. this year. For perspective, last year it was, or 4 years ago, I should say, it was